Hey there, I'm going to do a sequel to my free mental health tips part one, just because the first one was so phenomenally popular. No, I'm just kidding. No one actually watches this stuff. But I am going to do a part two. So I'm going to do three more mental health tips. And these are just things you can do to get out of, I guess, a funk, like feeling a bit down. Now, in the first video, I covered sleep, drugs, and exercise, all very briefly. And in this video, I'm going to cover three more. First thing you can try is meditation. Now, I did this on and off for years. I use the Headspace app. That mainly focuses on mindfulness, but they do have a massive variety on there, especially when you pay for premium. I'd recommend trying it at least. They do have a free version where you get a couple of testers on it. I think it has a time and a place, and I think it can be very useful. For me, it didn't help address my issues and kind of come up. It's not like I do CBT, and it helps me come up with ways to, I don't know, like fix my issue or address it or process it. For me, meditation, it was more about calming you down. But again, like some people say they get amazing benefit from it. So I want to put this in here still. It was fun while I did it. I still try and do it sometimes if I'm having trouble sleeping. You're not meant to do it just before bed. But anyway, give it a go. It's nice. It's relaxing. Worst case scenario, you're going to be like slightly more chilled out. So I'd recommend it. Although I heard a comedian say they did get angrier when they were meditating, but yeah, give it a go. Who knows? Next is socializing and getting out. Now, I heard, I think Andrew Huberman or someone the other day talking about how, socializing makes you less aggressive, and now, you don't have to socialize. You could just go on a walk somewhere, or you could just walk through a public place. Even if you don't like people, I think it's important to get to the outside world, and even better if you can have some sort of interaction, even if it's not direct. There are studies on this, and they talk about if you have less social interaction and by yourself, it makes you more depressed. It changes your brain. It makes you not live as long. Now, I know some people like, I'm introverted, blah, blah, blah. I don't care if you're introverted or extroverted. Like, I don't like going out, but it's good for me. So, it's important. Give it a go. Even if it just kind of just brings you back down to reality, like, oh, I don't like people, it's been verified. Give it a go. If it's something you're not doing, I think maybe you should try it, because I think it definitely helps with neuroticism, and it just makes you realize you can go out into the world and you can interact with people, and you're not in that social media realm, like just online realm. So I think that can really help, especially if you don't get out very much or you work from home, etc. So the third one today, and I guess the sixth on the final list, is really simple sounding: food and water. So, are you getting enough food? Are you eating the right food? If you're not eating properly or you're eating the wrong food, your glucose might be all over the place. You might be malnourished. And then water, if you're not hydrating enough, like that's, your muscles aren't going to work properly. Your brain's not going to work properly. Your body is mostly water. Like a big chunk of it is just water. So it sounds really obvious, but if you're messing around with food now I know you can fast, etc. Fasting is maybe one I'll put on here actually, but just consider whether you've eaten enough or whether you are eating enough and whether you're hydrating enough, because it's kind of obvious one, but if you're hungry or dehydrated, that's really going to mess your mood up. So if you're feeling off, maybe have something to eat and then drink however much water, half a pint, and see if that helps you just calm down a little bit. So I've really been put off now. I'm like, yeah, I really want to add fasting, but I'll add fasting to another one because that's very interesting. But so for this video, we have meditation, socializing, and then food/water. So yeah, it sounds really obvious, some of them, but hopefully I help you. If they don't, then you can try the others. And if none of it helps, then you're just destined to. I don't know. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I'll leave a comment if there's something you do that I haven't mentioned yet. I do have a list of stuff I'm gonna mention though, so maybe it'll be on there. And yeah, thanks for listening.